Yeah, I haven't seen her come in, so I was just about to ask you if you knew she was stopping. Every now and then something will pop up. But I see we got somebody in here, guys. We're just looking at body weight today, guys. No extra equipment needed. We will have some single leg RDLs and some glute bridges if you guys really wanted to throw weights on there, as well as a set of squats that they might be fun for. But other than that, body weight will get us through today. And let's go ahead right there. Start off with those small circles going forward here, making them bigger as we go. Yeah, she had a pop in early or late last week as well one time, so she might stop in, but we'll see. Take a few reps for me there at the top here. Start bringing them back down. Jessica, hey, great to see you in. If you didn't catch me saying it earlier, we could go body weight today. If you want to have some weights available, we will have some single leg RDLs, some glute bridges, some squats you might be able to use weights for. Go ahead and start going backwards for me there, guys. Otherwise, body weight will get us through today. Take a few reps there at the top and then start giving those hamstrings that chest opener right there. And let's go high knees, or at least to march for me. High knees, at least to march. And butt kicks there for us. Butt kicks there. And let's hug those knees in right there. All right, let's go ahead and start giving me those squats. Squats, unless you want to do that one right now. You can go a little out of order. That's all right. For those of us giving those squats, let's go calf raises right there, guys. Squats with the calf raise at the top. It's a mid Wednesday, full week, just kind of hitting us back. And let's go lunges here, forwards or backwards. We can also do that mountain climber stretch right off the bottom. And there, let's go side shifters nice and low here, working on those adductors here, that long leg, trying to get a nice stretch in that interior thigh. If you got to come in or up in between reps, that is okay. And let's go hip openers right there. And the opposite here, knees coming in from the outside. And right there, relax, grab some more, stretch out a little bit more if you need to. We're back here in just a moment. Set number 1. All right, to start us off here, we're just going to be going caterpillars or inchworms. You can walk those hands out, or you can walk the feet back. If we normally make it a habit of walking those hands out, really just working for that hamstring stretch, you can feel free to come up at the top. Or, of course, if you're walking those hands out, same thing. Feel free to come up, but we're just going to spend some time warming up those hamstrings. Let's go ahead and get ready here. Going in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Down to that high plank position. Again, whether you're walking those feet back or those hands forward, pretty much to that high plank position as if you're going to do a push-up. Not asking you to, but then you just start walking it back up from there. Goal is about to get 6 to 8 reps here around that. Around that, it's going to depend on our speed. If you're going a little bit slower because you're enjoying that hamstring, might not get too much, but if you're going a little bit faster, you're feeling warmed up, that's okay too. Let's give me one more rep here, guys, and then end with your hands or in that high plank position, because then we're just going to go to a tabletop position. We're going to have cat-cow. So go one more walk out here, and in that high plank, drop those knees here, and we're going cat-cow for us next. Cat-cows here in 3, 2, begin. Just a nice opportunity to get some movement through that spine here, release some of that tension. Focus on your breathing. Nice deep breaths below the diaphragm here, expanding that stomach. And again, nice slow exhales as well here, trying to keep that heart rate under your control during this. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we're going to go back into that high plank. Arch that hips up, or arch our hips up, and give me that heel walk, just that calf stretch there at the bottom with that downward dog. Go ahead and start those right away if you haven't already. And you can keep those feet moving continuously if you so choose, or if you want to hang out on one leg, your calf's starting to feel a little tighter on that side, that's okay too. Kind of take this opportunity to just get that blood flow going to the ankles. Ten seconds, and then we're going back to that cat-cow position again. Main goal here is to get that blood go throughout the body here. And relax. Drop it back down to the tabletop. Right away, go ahead back to cat-cow for me. Ten seconds, we're going back to that downward dog and those calf pedaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, get back into that downward dog. Pedal those calves for me. Again, just working on getting that blood flow in for us there. And 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys relax right there. Here we're going down to our sides now, and we're giving me just some hip abduction here, full range of motion to start us off. We'll go ahead in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1. I'm gonna have you guys switch over. Give me the same thing here on the other side. Again, normal here to start. We're gonna go pulses around 2 for these, but normal here to start in 2, 1, begin. Ten seconds for me, then we're going back over to the other side here. 3, 2, 1. You guys are going to come back to the other side here. You're going to give me pulses at the top. I want us pulsing at that level before our foot has to rotate up. So as high as we can go with that foot going forwards here, and we're pulsing just at that top range of motion, again, before that foot has to rotate to get a little bit more. Everybody's going to be a little bit different for that range of motion, but go to your max height. And guys, we're just pulsing right there right now. If you're starting to get fatigued, feel free to just hold it or go ahead, keep pulsing. We got less than 10 though for me. In fact, we got 4, 3, 2, 1 right there, guys. You guys are just going to switch over to the other side. Yep, we are getting some blood flow going, like I said, throughout this whole body here to start us off. Pulsing again at that top range of motion before that foot has to go. Go ahead and start for me right there. Before that foot has to rotate up towards the ceiling, let's try to keep that as far pointed forwards as we possibly can. This side might start to fatigue a little bit sooner than the last side, and that's because while you were going with that first leg, this other leg was actually trying to drive into the ground, maybe a little bit for some of us. So if you start to feel the fatigue hit you in a little bit sooner on this one than you did the other, that might be the reason here. 3, 2, 1. You guys relax there. Go ahead, grab me some water here. We're back in a second. If you want to stretch a little bit while you're on the ground, that is okay too. As you guys are coming back here, first activity is just going to be a single leg RDL here. Trying to keep those hips parallel to the ground. Going to as far as those hamstring will let us. Slight bend in the knee on this one. And we're going here in 6 seconds. So again, pick a foot here. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Begin for me. If it helps you to touch the ground at the bottom, that's okay. If it kind of helps you get the hands out of the way, maybe keep them closer to the chest or off to the sides, that's okay too. Just want to keep those hips nice and parallel here. Use that hamstring as that indicator to come back up, and we're trying really hard to maintain that straight line rather than opening up those hips as we go down. Ten seconds for me before we switch. 3, 2, 1. It's a nice transition over to the other foot. Let's go in 2, 1, begin. 10 seconds for me. Then we're heading down to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here, we're going to be down on the ground. You're going to be giving me a glute bridge hold, and then you're alternating, kicking those legs out here, trying to prevent those hips from dipping to either sides. If you got to put your arms out to the side for a little bit of a counterbalance to help you out here, that's okay. Let's raise those hips and start kicking in. 3, 2, 1. Raise up. Try to get as high as you can before you start kicking out. That's our first 15 seconds there. See if you can't bring those hips a little bit higher. See if you lost any ground. Less than 10. Check that hip alignment for me one more time. Make sure we're still nice, high, and sturdy. 2, 1. Relax there, guys. We're still on our backs, but now we're going to that opposite tabletop position, and you're giving me that dead bug here. Let's go in 2, 1. Begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. As one arm goes out and back, the other opposite leg goes out as well. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to flip over here. We're going plank off the forearms. And we're just dipping those hips side to side, regaining our composure at the top before we dip to the other. Let's go here in 3, 2, begin. Ten seconds for me, then we're going to stand on up here. In 3, 2, 1. You guys are going to come on up here. We're going to go squats here, a little bit of a different variation. We're going to go down under control, nice and slow, kind of on your own tempo, whether that be down for 4 seconds, 6, or 8. You're just going to go down nice and slow, and then shoot up at a pretty comfortable speed here, as fast as you want that up portion to be. But I really want you to pay attention, going nice and slow on the way down, and you can kind of come up normally there. That's going to be next for us. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Like I said, this is on your count. You can try to pick a number, be it 4, 6, 8, 10, and you can do that on the way down. Like I could go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up nice and normal. Pick a number here. I just want you guys going at this time. Try to keep back on those heels here, still squeezing with the glutes, especially on the way up, but also especially on the way down here, because you might want to transfer your force or your body weight forward. We want to keep back on those heels as much as possible. Try to give me one more rep here, one more rep at this speed. And then wherever you are right there, I want you all pulsing at the bottom here. Everybody pulsing at the bottom, wherever you were on that last rep, just pulsing here. Try to get a little bit lower on these pulses if you can here. Less than 10 for me. Less than 10. And 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys relax there. Grab me some water here. We're back in a second. We're going to be on the mats here for our next portion if you guys want to walk your way down there after you get your sip of water. I'll let you guys keep stretching for just a little bit longer here, grabbing some sips. But we're going to be doing side ups here as our next activity, kind of like that V up. We're on our side, one arm off, and we're kind of reaching for those toes. If you want to use that off hand, it's kind of a booster to get you up as well as help you secure your balance. That's okay too, but that's going to be our first activity here, guys. Targeting the obliques. Let's go here in 2, 1, begin. Ten seconds for me. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Right there. I'll have you guys switch over. Same thing here. Other side. Nice little transition over. Let's go here in 3, 2, 1. Begin reaching for those feet. You don't necessarily have to touch your feet, of course, but you're just reaching for them while you're bringing those legs up to the upper torso. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, I want you guys here, tabletop position. And we're going to be doing opposite arm, opposite leg, bird dog holds. So we're holding one side. We are not alternating. One arm out, one leg back, opposite, opposite. Let's go here in 3, 2, 1. Hold there, guys. Try to get that arm as straight out as possible. Wrist high, in line with the shoulder, hip, and ankle. And of course, ankle in line with the hip, shoulder, and wrist on the other side. $15 for me here. Check that ankle, check that wrist position. See if they've dipped at all. That wrist, for most people, is the thing that dips first. So let's pay attention there. We got 5 seconds for me here. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, switch it over in 2, 1, begin. Over a halfway for me there, over a halfway. In fact, 15 for me here. Check that wrist position, check that ankle, make sure we haven't dipped at all. And 4, 3, 2, 1 here, guys. Now we're going down to the ground here, and you're giving me that Superman, Superwoman hold. Hands either off to the side like this or out in front. Out in front will be harder, but we are holding rather than pulsing there at the bottom. Let's go here, guys, in 3, 2, 1, begin. We're squeezing those glutes. We're squeezing that low back, trying to get those thighs and those knees off the ground, as well as that chest and those shoulders off the ground as much as possible for us as well. Try to re-squeeze there. This is a harder one to hold. $15 for me, 15. If you got to take a little bit of a break, that's okay here. Re-engage after the break. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys, relax right there here. Grab a sip of water. Once you've done that, we're or just right down the middle, giving me a V stretch. From there, let's go off to that left leg there, guys. Bring both arms for us for that torso rotation as well. And let's go off to the right there for me. And from there, we are going to lean back here. We're going to give me that figure 4 glute stretch. One ankle on the opposite knee, pulling in that bottom knee, rolling the ankle if we want to on that far side as well. But really focusing on that glute, that piriformis especially. And switch over, same thing, other side. Right there, you guys can go ahead, come on up here. We're going to hinge at the hips here. Give me that hamstring stretch once you get to the top. You can touch the toes, or you can just cross the arms. If you kind of just want to hang there, feel free to let the spine relax here as well. You don't have to keep it as rigid as we normally would for our hip hinge activities on this exercise. From there, I'll have you slowly re-engage the spine, then come on up here, hinging through. We're going to put one arm over the back here. We're going to give us a lat stretch. If you want to lean right into that lat or hang out in the tricep area to start, that is okay. But lean into the lat kind of on your own time when you feel that you're ready to take on that stretch. I'll have you switch for us there. Same thing here. Start in that tricep position. And when you're ready, take it over to the lat as you lean over into that stretch. Slowly release yourself from that one here. Go ahead, give me some shoulder shrugs forwards and backwards a little bit. Then squeeze up those shoulders, let them drop here. And as they do, bring the chin with it down to the chest here. Give me a stretch in the back of the neck. From there, let's go ahead, raise the head, tilt it backwards now, chin to the ceiling here, stretch the front of our neck. Return that to center. One ear, same side shoulder, side of our neck. Raise it up. Give me that same thing on the other side. Relax there, guys. Here, that's it for our Wednesday. And we are all set. We are back here, of course, the rest of the week. Of course, back on Monday. But yeah, if you guys want to take a little bit more time to stretch, but definitely get some water here, and I will see you guys next time. Yes, Jessica, thank you as well.